Hello guys, this is gonna be part 2 of my bike trip to work to Japan from France. I'm doing this tiny video to have a better explication of what you're gonna be looking at. So part 2 is going through the end of Czech Republic, entering Austria, and to the end of Austria, which was in Graz. I will have my first warm shower experience with Elia and Johan, and unfortunately I am missing a few parts of Vienna because seems like I deleted the few pictures and videos that I took thinking that they were on a cloud, but they were not. I guess we're learning. I am very new to YouTube, or even doing videos of myself, or even doing videos of a trip. So yeah, this won't be perfect, but it's here, and I have a family which will be more than happy to see all of that. Riding winter was very fun. Now that I am entering the beginning of summer, I can actually say that I loved the winter part. It's hard to get out of the sleeping bag in the morning, that's for sure, but it's so nice to not be too warm during the day. You can climb whatever, you just have to take out a few of your equipment and you're fine. And there is something that you really love at the end of the day and has a special taste in winter. It's a warm meal. I have not enjoyed a meal so much as the ones that I had at the end of a long day in winter. Even if they were very simple, even instant noodles was the best. As long as it's warm and it's filling you up after a long day, it's so nice. This video ends in Graz. I have not taken any pictures or video there. I was still very bad at doing some city content. And also when I'm with warm shower people, I mostly enjoy their company without putting a camera on their face. I'm sure to some people it's not disturbing and that I could have had, but I'm still learning on this aspect as well. I just left out of Prague, where I was hosted by Zuzana and her mom. You will know a little bit more about Zuzana in this video, and I had such a great time with them. And Prague is actually a really, really nice city. I loved it. I was hoping for a bit more of food content, but due to some financial crisis straight from the beginning of this adventure, I have been rushing a bit Europe, more than I would have hoped to do. I didn't stop to work in a restaurant. I only did just after Sofia for a few days, which was absolutely lovely, and you will see that in the next videos. But that's now enough chit chat, and let's enjoy the ride together.
We're the 3rd of February. It's been now almost 3 weeks that I'm on the road, and after celebrating my birthday in Prague with Zuzana and her mom, and spent an amazing time discovering the city thanks to my local host, I'm hitting the road again. The sun is with me, and I am so excited to be back on the bike again. Temperatures during the day are around -3 degrees, but the sun is warming me up. I enjoy the beautiful landscape of Czech Republic, and I will for the very first time use my drone to capture a few of those frozen lakes. One of the beautiful aspects of being in the wild every day is enjoying those beautiful sunsets that I've been missing in Colmar for 4 years. And there will be some wonderful ones during this adventure. My first nights of camping again after Prague were quite cold, going to -12 during the night. Everything is frozen on the morning, but it has its parts of fun.
Good morning everyone, or should I say Grüß Gott, as I am entering Austria. People from outside of Europe, this is the border. And it's lovely version of the word, basically. So yeah, Austria. Hello. I should be arriving in Wien tonight. I have 120 kilometers left to do.
I have a long day ahead of me. I should reach Wien by tonight after 140 kilometers, but I have a warm place to rest in, so I can push a little bit. I've enjoyed my entrance in Austria, passing through some beautiful wine villages and having some beautiful hints of winter, passing next to some place as beautiful as this.
So, I've crossed the border of Austria after a few days in Czech Republic, where I've spent 2 days to go from Germany to Prague. Then 4 days in Prague to enjoy with Susanna, which is pastry chef. I've been working in my last restaurant. She was kind of new to the restaurant industry, but she's a great soul and she's a great pastry chef. She has a very good sense of flavors and beauty. So yeah, love you, Susanna. She's been caring about me so well, and her mom as well. They filled my pocket with food. They filled my belly with food before that. And yeah, I had an amazing time in Prague. I'm back on the bike for the third day now, and I'm on my way to Wien, which I'm reaching tonight. I've had a few cold nights, which were fun. And yeah, a few problems of stove made my life a bit more difficult than should on those last nights, so I'm gonna stay in Wien for at least one night, where I found my first warm showers. I've just registered on the warm shower app today, and they've answered me back straight away. They're not even home, they're gonna leave me a key, which is extremely generous from people you don't know. And yeah, tomorrow fixing that stove problem. The bike is fixed. I'm definitely gonna link the bike shop in Prague that has been very generous to me and actually efficient. And yeah, that's pretty much it so far. I'm gonna rush it a bit to Turkey as far as I can, but being careful to my knees, which are time to time showing a tiny weakness. So it's been crashing every time I went in and out my tent yesterday. My knee's been cracking pretty hard. That was not very reassuring, but we're gonna take it easy.
As I ride along the Danube, I have a beautiful sunset. I'm almost in Wien after this long day of 120 kilometers so far, and after taking 4 days from Prague to this beautiful city. I will have a quick visit of Vienna, which I deleted all of the pictures from. I also did a mistake arriving in Prague and taking some discounted cevapi, which I didn't cook enough, and I will have a massive food intoxication, which will put me in a bed for a day. I was extremely happy that Elia offered to me to stay for 1 more day so that I could recover from this sickness. I have lost 5 kilos.
Et on est
in
sur la
4
route
days.
entre Vienne et Bratislava.
I will ride with a massive headwind until Bratislava, where I will stop for lunch and then head back to south. I've enjoyed a little city tour of this beautiful center town before going to a traditional restaurant for a nice lunch. I will then head back to Austria and reach the south of it, in Graz, where I'm awaited for my next warm shower experience. Still a bit weakened from my food intoxication and a few kilos that I've lost in a very short time. I'm taking things easy.
What is up? I've had only fucking headwind since Wien. I've done now 180 kilometers since Vienna. I've passed by Bratislava in Slovakia, where I've stopped just for lunch, had a quick restaurant, took back the road, headwind, and yeah, it count down a bit now since like 15 kilometers in Hungary, and I will not complain about that. It was starting to be physically and mentally tiring having the wind in your ears all day long, even though if you have music, you just like, and it's a bit exhausting. But I mean, like, I'm probably gonna have worse than 3 days of big wind during this trip, so it was a good first. What about now? I've done nearly 80 kilometers. Not quite, 72. And I'm already seeking for my resting place for tonight. After my food intoxication in Vienna, I still feel a bit low in energy. I couldn't eat properly those last 3 days. Just didn't take it. My stomach was so small. Every time I tried to eat properly, I just couldn't finish my meal. In the restaurant I had to take leftovers, which I finished in my tent on the evening. But yeah, yesterday basically I had a whole meal, like a full whole meal for the whole day. Eating a bit on the morning, a bit on lunch, and not being hungry on the evening. Because lunch I ate at 2:33, something like this. And when I stopped at 6, I was not actually hungry. And I ate a bit in my tent just before falling asleep because my appetite started to open a bit. But yeah, not being as hungry, it feels very weird because for the whole first week I could eat all day. I could just yeah, do my 3 big meals, breakfast, which I don't normally do, but I started to eat breakfast since I started the trip, and yeah, I'm happy to have breakfast, but those last days is a bit different. So voila, I'm hoping to maybe find a shelter tonight to protect from the wind. Yesterday I was in the forest and I had a fucking rooster waking me up from 4 to like 7:38. It was just like fuck off. But that's it. And yeah, I've also at midnight been awakened by barks, like something barking, and I thought, is there like wild dogs around, which I would be excited about. I love dogs. And you know, half asleep, I didn't really like pay attention. I definitely didn't went out with my tent naked and barefoot to check if it was dogs. So this morning I asked Google what kind of wild dog is there in Slovakia and Austria, and it only gives me like domestic dogs. I searched a bit, like, yeah, no wild dogs. But I found out that deers bark, and I'm like, wait, I have to see and hear that first to make sure that. So I watched the video. There was a fucking deer barking. Like 100% sure what I've heard yesterday was a barking deer. But like, this is a bit weird. But I mean, yeah, if that's what they do, that's what they do, I guess. Voila, maybe an interesting fact that you didn't know about, which I didn't know until today. Quite funny. So if you want to see barking deer, go look that up on internet because it's quite funny. Voila. So I'm looking forward to my warm meal for tonight. I haven't had a warm meal since yesterday lunch, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye bye.
Today it's Sunday and I'm struggling to get supplies and to find some water. I'm riding in and out of Austria and Hungarian border. I will cover nearly 90 kilometers and struggle a bit with the wind again. That added to my supplies problems, it was a bit of a rough day.
Elle pique cette journée. Elle pique.
Today I start my day full of confidence entering the wood where my GPS will actually lose me and I end up completely off path in the middle of the woods.
Donc je vais dire par là. Allez hop.
That is probably a great place to be picking mushrooms, but wrong seasons. And that's not the best place to be riding, but I had my part of fun. Riding in there was a bit tricky indeed, and I was mostly hoping to not get a puncture in the middle of those woods. I will eventually find my way again after about 2 kilometers made very slowly in this area. On the way to my last climb of the day, I'm passing through this beautiful village of Austria. Colorful town with beautiful cobblestone, leading me to the forests and this last big effort of today.
So, a slow day after that little off-road experience of this morning. A little bit of climb and a little detour which I accidentally took by going to do some shopping in the village, and then it showed me another route, and then I realized that it was a complete different route from the original, but that's all good, that's all good. I will be camping around there tonight in Austrian mountain forest. I mean mountains. We're at 400 altitude, huh? It's a big hill, but yeah, at least it's gonna be quiet, and it seems like it's not gonna be windy tonight. I'm quite happy about that, and voila, about 800. Well, I did the first 35 kilometers this morning. The GPS shut off, and now I'm at 50 more. So that's about 80 kilometers, and I think I done 1,000 meters of elevation. I see there's a bit downhill in kilometer 5, so I'll try to reach that downhill, go down a bit, and I'll take it back there tomorrow. Voila, that's pretty much it. Now enjoy the darkness. De vidéo de landscape tyrolien par un temps de merde.
This will be my last day before reaching Graz, where I have my next warm shower host after 5 days in the wild. I've got a package delivered to be able to change this saddle, which were actually hurting me a lot and was not a sustainable option for the rest of the adventure. I will meet Johan, which allowed me to stay in their child house for 2 days, where I've discovered this lovely group of active students, fan of outdoor sports and adventure in the wild, and also musicians. I had a great time with them before leaving Australia.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, and if you want to support, leave a comment, leave a little like, and subscribe if you want to know more about the rest of this trip.